Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for joining me. In our previous lesson, we talked about personal pronouns, so things like mimi, which is I, wewe, which is you, yeye, he or she, wao, they, nyinyi, you all. In today's lesson, I want us to talk about simple sentences in Swahili, especially the present tense. So grab a book, grab a pen, whatever you need to feel comfortable while learning, grab it and let's get started. Now, a fun fact about Swahili, one word can use to express a whole sentence. So for example, I can say something like ninajifunza, and that is a whole sentence, which means I am learning. Now, I want to show you how this is achieved. So Swahili is a little bit different from English. Reason being, Swahili uses something called subject prefixes. So it is not enough to just use a personal pronoun, but we also use subject prefixes. So what is a subject prefix? A subject prefix is a short piece added at the beginning of verbs, and these prefixes are used to represent the subject of the sentence. So it's not enough to just use subject pronouns alone. Now I'm going to show you two subject prefixes in this video. So I'm going to show you the subject prefix for I and you and give you examples in sentences. Are you ready? Good. So we have mimi, which is I. The subject prefix is ni. And we also have wewe, which is you. And the subject prefix is the letter U, pronounced as u in Swahili. Good. In this section, you will be introduced to something called verb conjugation. And what is a verb conjugation? So a verb conjugation is a pattern of changes that a verb undergoes to match its subject. Now I'm going to give you an example in English, and I will use the basic form of the word to sing. So to sing is the infinitive form, but now this verb will undergo a lot of changes to match the subject. For example, we can say, I sing, but she sings. So as you can see, we have sing and sings. So the verb changes to match the subject. Now in Swahili, verb conjugation works a little bit different, with things being added at the beginning, in the middle, and even at the end to match the subject of the sentence. Now I'm going to use an example of a verb, kutoka, to show you how this is done. So kutoka simply means to come from. The ku in the verb kutoka is the infinitive form, so it stands for to in English. Now when it comes to verb conjugation, so you have to drop the ku. So the first thing to do is drop ku. You're left with toka. Toka is the verb stem. Now we need to add an infix to show the present tense, and the present tense marker is na. Alright. Now having all this is how you form a simple sentence in Swahili. So you need your subject prefix, your tense infix, and the verb stem. Therefore, to say, for example, I come from Kenya, this is how you will say it in Swahili. Mimi ninatoka Kenya. Repeat after me. Mimi ninatoka Kenya. One last time. Mimi ninatoka Kenya. Good job. So the ni is the subject prefix to show I. Na shows the present tense, and then toka is the verb stem. So mimi ninatoka Kenya. I come from Kenya. Good. So how would you say you come from Tanzania, for example. This is how you can say that. Wewe unatoka Tanzania. Repeat after me. Wewe unatoka Tanzania. One more time. Wewe unatoka Tanzania. You come from Tanzania. Good job. In this example, the letter U is the subject prefix for you, na is the tense marker, and then toka the verb stem. Now let's construct another sentence in the present tense using the verb kujifunza. Kujifunza. So kujifunza means to learn. Now how will you say I am learning Swahili? This is how you can say that. Mimi ninajifunza Kiswahili. Repeat after me. Mimi ninajifunza Kiswahili. One more time. Mimi ninajifunza Kiswahili. I am learning Swahili. Good job. Then how would you say you are learning Swahili? This is how you can say it. Wewe unajifunza Kiswahili. Repeat after me. Wewe unajifunza Kiswahili. One last time. Wewe unajifunza Kiswahili. Good job. So, as you have noticed, the only thing changing in these sentences is the subject prefix, and everything else remains the same. Now, it's very common for the natives to drop the personal pronoun in the sentence. For example, mimi ninatoka Kenya, they can say ninatoka Kenya. So the ni in that example is the subject prefix showing I. So you can just say ninatoka Kenya or ninatoka Tanzania. That will still be right. Now let's have a quick review of what we've learned. So we've seen the subject prefixes for I and you, and we've said the subject prefix for I is ni, and the subject prefix for you is the letter U. Good. And the present tense marker is na. And we have to drop the infinitive ku whenever we are conjugating a verb. I want to give you a challenge. In the comment section, write a sentence using the verb kuongea. Kuongea. Kuongea simply means to talk. Kuongea. So write a sentence using the verb kuongea in the present tense. I will be responding to your comments. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions as well, you can drop a comment and I will answer. Until next time, keep learning Swahili, and I will see you in the next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye bye. Kwaheri.